Hi, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. I am Elisa, here to do, I'm just going to do a reading for March. I did one for February, which I will link up here. And I also did one for January and one for the whole year, which you can check out if you feel like it. I might try to link some of them up there also. But I'm going to start with this Mystical Shaman Oracle. I'm going to do a split here. Okay. Oh my gosh. We got staff and we got completion. So this is really interesting. I don't actually remember what the book reading of this is, but I remember associating it with like Moses and his staff in the parting of the Red Seas. And it's sort of like an embodiment of like coming into your power, you know, but also being in alignment with a higher power and like that moving mountains to make destiny happen, you know. So it's like we have this and then we have the completion of a cycle. So it's almost like someone's coming into their full power, and it's almost like finishing this cycle of karma, and then like that cycle has allowed someone to transmute all this pain and elevate into this like a whole new experience, you know. So it's like they've gone through all this stuff and then now they've learned all these lessons. So it's almost like whatever has been holding them back in the past cycle, it's like with a wave of a staff, you can just like move it aside and like step through into this new beginning. I'm not sure where that all came from, but that's what I got. So I'm gonna go to the Light Seers and see. Oh my gosh. So right when I pulled it out of the, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a dramatic month, it looks like. Right when I pulled it out, I get the Tower and Strength. So like, I mean, really, this kind of actually, this is weird how it goes along with the, so we have the staff and we have strength. So someone coming into their power, coming into alignment with the higher power, and then it's like, we have this little lamb here because it's like this person is in alignment with the higher power. Like, look, there's a lion there. So it's just sort of like, it's not even like they're having to do anything. It's just like they have the power of God or the universe like behind them, and they're just in alignment with it, you know. And then we have everything that's been blocking, it's just getting blown up. And it's weird how these cards like match color wise too, because this old thing that's dysfunctional and not working, it's just getting blown up. Like, it's not gonna hold us back anymore. And it's almost like the Red Sea is gonna get parted, and then like the people that are in alignment are just gonna, they're just gonna walk through, you know. That's kind of what I just got. So that's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna pull a few cards from here and see what story we get coming through. Got this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Because things are like really tumultuous in the world right now, and like people are really worried because, like, you know, all these people are losing their jobs, all this stuff is happening. Okay. And it's very unsettling, you know. Okay, so at the bottom we have the Wheel. So yeah, like things are changing. This is a big change that's coming through for March. Like March is like, whoa, like this is like things are popping off, you know. We got the Ace of Swords. So the truth is coming out, like light's being shown, like stuff's about to change because the truth changes everything. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is generational wealth. This is like having everything you need, being abundant. Like we have the Ace of Cups. It's new beginning in love. And then we have the Page of Wands, which is like sort of like a message coming in, like almost like I just got Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. I'm gonna link that up here, but it's like this truth is gonna come out. It's gonna completely change the landscape, but it's gonna like open things up so that it's almost like this abundance, this has been blocked, and it's like gonna open. It's like everyone's been like operating with their hands tied behind their back, and it's like gonna like open things up. It's gonna open up new opportunities so that people can live in alignment with their purpose. And it's almost like this like beginner's mind. Like once we get over the like shock and awe of it all, it's gonna open up like a totally new world. So it's like, you know, don't get hung up on all the shock and trauma of it all. Because like when the dust settles, like it's going to be like a completely different situation. So I was watching this thing with James Carville, and he's talking about all the politics and all the drama that goes, and he's like old, you know, and he was talking about like, you know, like just play possum, because like this whole thing is going to change. So it's like basically like don't get caught up in the whirlwind, because the whirlwind's going to come through, and then it's more like just like keep your cover until like the dust settles, and then, you know, it's kind of like that. That's kind of the message that I'm getting. Okay. So I'm going to the Secret of the Ancestors Oracle. I'm going to pull a few cards from here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we got Root of Fire, Risk It All. So yeah, like basically like the old way of doing things is dead and gone. Like the old rules do not apply anymore. Like everything's changing. Like this is a time when people like, I just thought of the story of like, you know, during the Great Depression, and Joseph Kennedy like did this big bet on the stock market, and it was like, seemed like really crazy at the time, but then he ended up, you know, coming out of that with generational wealth. So it's not a time to play it safe, because the old rules don't apply anymore. This is the time to make big, bold moves. So we have the Conjure Woman, Manifestation. We have the Loner, Isolation and Introspection. And we have Fertile Ground. Yeah, because a lot of the time when things are like not in flux like they are now, like you do kind of get your hands tied behind your back, you know, with like all this dysfunction. But like when things are like shaking up and you're starting from ground zero, it's like kind of like fertile ground for manifestation. But like it's really important to be in alignment with your purpose, because that's when you're going to have this power behind you, you know. So like spend this chaotic time focusing inward on what your purpose is, and be in alignment with that, because this is going to be a really fertile ground to grow on once the dust settles. That's kind of what I got. So I'm going to go to Ancient Stones, and we're going to pick a couple cards to finish. Oh my gosh. So we got Alignment, It's Coming Together, Precision. And we got Holy Mountain, Soul Calling, Sacred Journey, Pilgrimage. So yeah, it's almost like this month the focus should be on like be in alignment with your calling, with your true self, staying out of the fray, because the dust is going to settle and you want to be ready to move on the other side of that, but you don't want to get like caught up in the drama of it, because it's gonna, this shoot too shall pass. So like what I'm getting is that just expect that it's going to be really dramatic, and I think if you have that expectation, it'll be a lot easier to digest. Because this is going to be a wild and woolly month. But you want to stay focused on, like, there was a reading from a long time ago, and it was something about when the levee breaks. Like, I'm going to link it up here, but it's sort of like, don't focus on like what you're going to do when the levee breaks, because the levee is going to break and you can't stop it. Like, so you don't want to get in the way of it. Like, it's going to happen whether you get in the way of it or not. So the best thing to do is to prepare for the inevitability that it's going to happen, because you'll be ready, you know? So that's kind of the message that I'm getting here. So hopefully that is going to help to pass through this moment more peacefully. And we'll check back with more messages maybe in April or maybe before.